Hello friends, welcome back to Let's Do It Accountancy. We have already seen 4 liquidity ratios earlier. So in today's session, we are going to quickly refer to the last liquidity ratio, which is net working capital ratio. Also, at the end of this session, we will see comparative analysis of all 5 liquidity ratios, which will help you in the analysis of these ratios. So do watch this session till the end to learn ratio analysis in details with examples. And if you are new to this channel, do subscribe and press the bell icon to get all the updates regarding further uploads. Also, you can press the join button to become our Prime member, where you can get many benefits with online courses at very minimum prices. So do check that out and join us now. So let's start with today's very interesting session. Do you know what is net working capital ratio? Basically, it is more like a measure of cash flow than a ratio. It is a difference between company's current assets and current liabilities. It is a measure of company's liquidity and its ability to meet short-term obligations as well as fund operations of the business. The meaning of current assets and current liabilities we have already discussed in our second session of current ratio. So if you have any doubt, please refer that session again. Let us understand through an example of company A and company B. So when we calculate net working capital for company A, total current assets are 17,20,000 and total current liabilities are 14,60,000 and the net working capital ratio comes to 2,60,000. While calculating same for the company B, total current assets are 19,48,000 and total current liabilities are 6,70,000 and net working capital comes to 12,78,500. As we can see here, it is very simple and easy to calculate net working capital or net working capital ratio available with the company. In certain instances, some investors want to consider only current assets and liabilities that relate to company's operations and exclude any current accounts that have to do with company's financing operations, such as short-term debt. So accordingly, in that case, we can exclude short-term borrowings from current liabilities while calculating net working capital ratio. Now, when we compare net working capitals for both the companies, we find that company B is having higher net working capital, whereas company A is having less working capital. This implies that company B will be in better position to meet obligation to creditors and will command higher goodwill from market participants. Generally and ideally, this should be a net positive number. If it is negative, then it will be termed as bad operational situation, and which implies that company may default in meeting obligation to creditors. Net working capital is important because it represents your short-term business assets available to pay your short-term obligations and also invest in income-producing activities. It can serve as good indicator regarding how efficiently a business is operating and how financially solvent it is in short term. But here also note that this ratio does not compare the timing of when current assets are to be liquidated to the timing of when current liabilities must be paid off. Thus, a positive net working capital ratio could be generated in a situation where there is no sufficient immediate liquidity in current assets to pay off the immediate requirement of current liabilities. So, looking at just one ratio does not give a complete picture of financial health of a company. There are many more such ratios which need to be studied collectively. Now let's see the combined analysis of all 5 liquidity ratios to know which company has better liquidity status. On an overall basis, company A is scoring higher as compared to company B. It means it is managing its cash flow efficiently. But let's closely look at few things in detail. Company B's current ratio is higher, that is 2.91, compared to company A's, which is 1.18. Generally, ideal current ratio is 2:1. But here current assets are more than double of current liabilities in company B. Having too much higher current ratio is also not desirable. Company B is also having huge inventory which needs to be looked into. We will study this when we come to turnover ratio. Now, if we remove inventories and consider only quick assets and current liabilities of quick ratio, then company A scores higher compared to company B. Quick ratio of 1:1, that is more than 1 ratio, is desirable, which implies that company is having enough liquid assets to meet current obligations. Now let's move one step further and do more stringent analysis, just cash and cash equivalent. Now company B is having very small cash ratio of 0.30 as compared to ratio of company A, which is 0.83. Next is defensive interval ratio, which shows company B will be able to survive for 156 days compared to 394 days by company A without having access to non-current assets. Lastly, net working capital, which is higher in company B compared to A. To sum up, company B is having good liquidity position but higher amount is blocked in inventory. This makes pure cash position of company B less attractive than that of company A. Here we are just trying to summarize all 5 liquidity ratio in this session. We'll do more such analysis in coming session. Please note that ratio is not the medicine of problems, but the analysis of ratio gives the symptoms as to where the problem is achieved or in which area corrective actions are required. Also, there is nothing like prescribed standard for this. Any number is good or bad, depends on type of industry, scale of business, products, seasonal influence, credit period allowed to debtor and allowed by creditor, etc. So that's all for today. Here we complete our first category of liquidity ratio. Hope you enjoy this session. In the next session, we'll move over to the second category of ratio, that is leverage ratio. If you liked our session, do like, share and comment, and yes, don't forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get the updates for all our upcoming videos. Do visit our website www.letsdo.com to see our online courses at very affordable prices. So see you in the next session. Till then, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you.